Hello and welcome to One Lap. Today we are putting around this 2004 Lexus ES330 like we do with every car for one lap of our racetrack. This ES330 from 2004 seemed to have survived really well. It's got a couple little scrapes and dents, but it has the nice spoiler, and it's actually feels relatively new. Has just about 156,000 miles, relatively worn Michelin tires, and we're gonna put it around our racetrack because why not? Let's see what an old Lexus feels like in an environment it was never designed for. And now you join me at the starting line in the ES330. So let's get everything set up. I am gonna run air conditioning because it's blazing hot. It's like 90 degrees outside, but I am gonna put it on a low fan setting. How do I turn traction control off? Down here, you can turn traction control off, but you cannot turn vehicle stability control, VSC, off. And if I remember correctly, I think from like a long time ago, if you go too hard in this generation Lexus, it starts beeping at you. Toyotas did the same thing. So we'll see if I remember correctly, but I think when VSC kicks on, it goes beep, 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 beep. You should already know you're in a scary situation. You know, the beeping doesn't help anything. The new ones definitely don't do that. Other than that, we're just gonna lock it in probably second or third gear and let her rip. So let's get going. Let's launch this thing. So we're gonna lock it in second gear, I think. We're gonna brake boost it. See how well this thing launches. Oh, crunchy noises, go. A little bit of wheel spin. Up to 5,900 RPM before a shift. Locking it in third now. You know what? Honestly, they're not slow. It comes on cam around 4,000 RPM. Oh, very warped brake rotors, and it is a very soft suspension. But honestly, grip in the tires is not bad. Oh yeah, hear it beeping? All right, goal is to get this thing to beep around every corner. I've selected second gear on the transmission. I love the beeping. That's how you guys know I'm pushing it hard. Transition. I think the dampers have gone. Oh, no beeping on the left corner here. Oh, there we go. It's honestly not bad. It's not fun. It's very squishy. We'll put it in third for the big loop. We're doing 60 miles an hour, just squealing that outside tire. This feels weird. 150,000 miles in this thing. A little bit of brakes for the transition. Don't hit my smart car or Alyssa. And we're wide open power. I'm not lifting. All right, little Lexus, the seating position is awful for me. It's hard to get my hands around the wheel. Big power on the way out. Come on. Let's do this whole back section flat to the floor. Here we go. Let's curb it. Curb it. Oh, yeah. 90 miles an hour, hard on the brakes. Oh, I lifted my foot off the brake pedal and the brakes stayed on. That was weird. In a second. Oh, full brakes, ABS. I'm wide open, VSC is still going. 6,200 RPM, shift right before the rev limiter, that was perfect. Wide open down the straight, 80 miles an hour. 85, 90 across the start finish. And the warped brakes kick on. Well, I have to say, this vehicle was not safety tested beforehand, didn't make sure the wheels were bolted on, and honestly, they may not be. But we lived. And the little ES330 with 155,749 miles did great. Thing's a little trooper. These Lexus Toyota products from this era just hold up so well. They're not fun per se, but they're just reliable, great transportation. But look how horrible this wood grain color is. This whole interior is just And you know, it smells like this gen Lexus. You'll get in one and it just smells, it's not a bad smell. It's just a very Lexus smell. I don't know how to describe it. But there we go. One lap of the racetrack in a 2000, gosh, I can't even remember anymore. I said it in the beginning. 2004 ES330 with spoiler option. Gotta have that. That's why it went so fast. Now let's take a look back and reveal the lap time. You can see the Lexus launches with quite a bit of power, 225 horsepower, especially when this thing comes on cam. It's not that slow. The brakes were absolutely awful coming into the first corner, extremely warped, and the suspension was squishier than anything you can imagine. But the car stuck pretty well with relatively nice grip, and it overall feels really nice and solid after 150,000 plus miles. It's impressive, the build quality on these things. As with every one lap, you can check the link in the description to see the lap times of every vehicle we've run, and a slight disclaimer, none of these cars are being pushed 10/10ths. They are someone else's car, and I want to give them back in one piece. With that said, the Lexus ran a 2-minute 3-second lap, which really isn't horrible for how old and how high mileage this car is. Thanks so much for watching One Lap, and we'll see you on the next episode.